Hello and welcome to the TriathlonDan YouTube channel. My name's Daniel and I do triathlon. Welcome to my first ever ramp test or step test on the bike. Now in the past I've done 20-minute power tests, I've done 5-minute power tests, all trying to aim towards finding out what your 1 hour or functional threshold power is. If you've ever done any of those tests, you'll know that they're absolute hell, both mentally and physically. So I was keen to try some sort of test which gave me a measure of my fitness without doing so much damage to me. So I was given the opportunity to take part in a study at Loughborough University. I'm going to come on to what the actual study involves and the purpose of it in a separate video, but I thought I'd just lift out the ramp test, which is the first element of the study, and put it into a separate video for you because I'm sure you all enjoy seeing me in pain. So while we're on it, if you like seeing me in pain, click that subscribe button down below because there's plenty of that. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the ramp test procedure, my ramp test results, so my maximum aerobic power, my VO2 max, my absolute VO2, any other stats I can get my hands on, I'm going to share with you. And the reason I share that is because I hope that it might inspire some people in their training. A few years ago when I first started getting on the bike and first started riding with power, I'd look around people's YouTube, Instagram, Strava and all of that and try and find information, and I really struggled to find it because people are quite secretive about their numbers, which I get, I absolutely respect that. But I sort of flip on its head and think, come on, like if you're an amateur, does it really matter? So I'm quite open with my training sessions and my power numbers in the hope that somebody might be inspired by it or might think, oh, I'll give that session a go. And if they get better because of it, then, everybody's a winner. So, first thing was, I had to go there and sign my life away. Then get all fitted up on the bike. So hopefully my face has now disappeared to the corner of the screen and I'm now riding the university bike. It's basically like a watt bike. You just move your position around so you can get comfy on it, and it's got a built-in power meter. It's supposed to be very accurate. The guy at the lab said it was very, very good, so there you go. Ramp test itself, now what does it look like? So we did some sort of warm-up. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's like a standardised warm-up procedure. And then I had to do 3 minutes stood still on the bike, not talking, not moving, just to bring my heart rate right down so that everybody starts in the same sort of place. And then I did 2 minutes pedalling at 30 watts. And then, at the end of that 2 minutes, the power increases 1 watt every 2 seconds. And if quick maths tells me right, that's 30 watts a minute. So for the first few minutes, you just sort of turn the pedals over. There's no real power there. You settle into your cadence, and they lock the cadence, so it's like in erg mode. And then it starts getting harder and harder and harder. You basically go for as long as you can. Now, as you can see, it starts getting a bit harder and harder at this point. I can't remember exactly what numbers I was on here, but it's getting a bit tasty. And what they do is you do it until failure. So you do it until you're absolutely gasping. You've got a mask on that's measuring how much air and oxygen you're breathing, and you go until you can't go anymore. So the two guys running it were shouting at me and encouraging me. It was really good. But and then what they do is the last 30 seconds of power, they take an average of that, and that becomes your maximum aerobic power. And from that you can work out your functional threshold power and other power figures as well. So I cut to the chase. I got to 500 and something watts, like low 500s. My last 30 seconds of power was an average of 503 watts. So, I don't know what that meant. I was super chuffed with it because it sounds like a massive amount of power. And the guys there were certainly impressed by it as well. But, who knows what that's actually like stacked up to a professional triathlete or professional cyclist or whatever. But no, really chuffed with that. And I absolutely flogged myself. I knew there's nothing else in the tank. At the time, that was the highest number they'd had in the study. It has since been beaten by somebody else who was second at the National Hill Climb Champs last year. So, I'll take that. Absolute VO2, so my absolute VO2, now that is how much oxygen you're breathing per minute, not taking into account your body weight. So I was breathing just over 5.1 litres of oxygen per minute, which is very high apparently. So that means that I've got a good set of lungs and a good heart on me. I don't think he was talking about me as a person. I think he was talking about my actual performance capability. So that's good to hear. I don't know if you can train that really much. I know your heart gets fitter because it's a muscle, but I don't know if your lungs, the capacity of them is the capacity of them surely. So maybe that's a hereditary thing. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Maybe it's not. Who knows? I'll find out more about that later. They weighed me in at the beginning of the test, and it was excuses. It was about 5 o'clock at night, so I normally weigh in the morning. Of course, you eat and drink during the day, and in the mornings I'm about 83 kilos. So I weighed in 85.5 kilos, so obviously demoralised straight away. And I was a little bit shorter than I thought I was. Damn it! So yes, that gave me. There's a calculation to do with your kilos of body weight divided by the mils of oxygen you consume per minute. So I don't know. Basically, my VO2 max is 60.4. Now, a lot of people have like Garmin's that tells them the VO2 max. For comparison, my Garmin or my bike computer tells me that my VO2 max on the bike is 72 or 73, so that's a little bit out. But you know, this is a measure of your actual VO2, so I hope this is actually correct. And that was it. Now, I think it was only really the last sort of 4 or 5 minutes that was actually really hard, so I found that I did this test, and then I wasn't really too tired afterwards. I did a run session that night, in fact, so, you know, it can't be that bad, and I think I'll definitely do this sort of thing in the future. But I want to know, I want something from you guys now. I want to know, do you guys do a ramp test, or like a 20-minute power test, or a 5-minute power test, or a different sort of power test? I know these 4DPs get kicked around as well, and why? Let me know down below. And also, do you share your power numbers or heart rate numbers, and why? Let me know down below. Really interested to hear about what other people's opinions of that are and whether they share their numbers or not. I sort of do, so I talk about myself all the time, as you know. But yeah, so that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed my first ever ramp test. As I say, I'm going to get the rest of the study into a bigger video when we complete the study. I'm 2 weeks into hopefully a 6 or 7 week block, and then I'll have it ready to finish. But it's exciting. And it's quite serious. It does include a muscle, but I can look at my leg like I'm preparing myself for it. It does include a muscle biopsy. Anyway, more on that later. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.